Good morning, good people, but I think it's afternoon because I'm going to post this a bit later. Today's video is going to be very simple. We're just going to show you how to use and create your own frequency separation action so you can do this all on your own at home by yourself. Let's do it. What up, everybody? Okay, so this is going to be something I'm trying to do quite often. This is called Simple Sundays. I am actually filming it right now on Sunday so I can get it up for you today. And I'm going to film a bunch of them. And every Sunday I'm going to try to have them pre-uploaded so that these will come up every Sunday. And they're all going to be very simple, either tutorials or understanding of settings in your camera. So if you have something you want to know about, just let me know in the comments below and I'll do it. Simple Sundays is going to be basically very easy things I can put up quick videos, so they won't be very long, or I hope they won't be very long, of basic things. So if you want to know what aperture does, we'll do an episode just on that. And then you want to know what shutter speed does, how to balance the 3, how to do ISO, what's good, what's bad. I'm going to do short clips that I can put up every Sunday, maybe 2 to 5 minute clips. And then just try explain things, what a light does, how do you want to use it, which light's good for what. So if you have anything you want me to go over, please give it to me in the comments below and I will try and create them beforehand so that they'll go up. So today I'm going to film 3, and then next week Sunday 1 will go up, and then the week after Sunday 1 will go up. Today we are going to do a frequency separation action. So I'll show you how to make it, because I did one before where I gave people the action, but on Mac it didn't work. So we're gonna create it in the app. It's very easy, and then you can just do it one time, make an action, and then from there you can just click the button and it will work. You only have to do this one time, and it's very, very simple. So we're gonna jump right onto the computer and I'll show you over there. Okay, so we're on my computer now. If you're wondering why I'm looking down, there's a drawing tablet down here which I use to edit on with a pen, which is like a display. So I do look down there a lot. This is where my OBS is, so if I'm looking there, that's why that's happening. So my face cam is done through the 6400 Sony camera with Sigma 1.4 16mm lens. So if you want to know how I filmed this this thing over here, and then I'm using OBS to get it to record. So if your Photoshop looks a bit different to mine, it's because this thing is supposed to be on that side, and this is sometimes not there. First thing you're going to do is you're going to get your actions out. So if you don't have the actions out, click here, window, and then actions. Okay, and then yours should look like this, and it will probably pop up there. All you can do is you pull this to where you want it. So usually I'd put it over there and you've got a plus button. Otherwise, the nice part for me is I like to put it right above there. And if you didn't know, you can kind of put these wherever you want them. As long as there's a blue line that appears, it'll go there, you see? So I like to put mine over there. I'll show you why in a second. I did do this already, so I'm gonna redo it. When you look at this image, you see all these marks and stuff over here on Tatiana's face. If you want to check her out, I will put her Instagram on the link below. But basically all these marks, all these little bumps, you can take them all away with just a tone layer. You don't even need to affect the detail. Most people, what they'll do is they'll take the patch tool or the healing brush, and then they'll come in here and they'll just draw over stuff. Now the problem with this is it works very well most of the time, but it's doing it on its own, and sometimes it messes up a bit. Also, you're working on the whole image at once, whereas on the tone detail layer, you can kind of work on just the tones, which is great too. I'm going to show you how to create the action for frequency separation, and then you can just click the play button and you can use this over and over. And then once we're done showing you how to do that, I will carry on working on this image so you can see how I would use it. It's very simple. The reason I say do an action is because if you just do the process, you can every time. It takes a few minutes to do. Whereas if you do the action, you only have to do this one time. Okay, so we're going to do it as an action, so we just follow the steps along. So all you want to do is click this button. It says new. We're going to write here the name of it. We call it frequency sep. You can call it what you want. Give it a color. I'll show you why towards the end. Okay, we'll make it yellow. So record. Now it's going to record anything we do, whether it's making a new layer, making things darker, whatever. It's going to record it all. This is a good way to save stuff you do often. So if you do want to make an action out of something else, this is exactly the method you would do. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to make duplicates, two duplicates of that folder. So I just go Control J. Oh geez. All you do is you click it, you go Control J, Control J. Okay, that's your 2 layers. You hide the top one, you click on the second one, you go Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Now the rule here is try and move the blur layer till the detail disappears. Okay, so there's the eyeball. If we go downwards, more detail. If we go upwards, less detail, right? I'm usually around 1.5 to 2.5 depending on the image. Okay, so we're gonna go like 1.8-ish. We'll go 1.7. Don't worry about it too much. We will be able to change this every time you do the action, okay? So we go okay. Then we click the top one. We make it visible. We go image, apply image. Now this part, on this layer here, just select this layer 1, so this one over here. And then what you do is you go to subtract. So on this drop down, you'll go to subtract. If it's not subtract already, I've done this already, that's why it appeared on subtract. And then this scale must be 2. And then this output must be 128, okay? I don't know who made up the values, but they work. Always works. Any image you're on, it'll work, okay? What you're gonna do is you can click OK, and then what you can see here, Michelle's talking to me. Okay. What you can see here, this layer has got a lot of detail. And so if you move around, it's all the stuff that's like super in focus detail, okay? And if you turn this off, that's only below, okay? Then all you do with the top one is you make it linear light, okay? And that'll make it shine through. And if we turn this one off, blurry. If we turn this one off, extra sharp, okay? And then together, if we alt click the bottom one, which hides everything else, that will show you no change. That's what we want, okay? Then we're gonna take these two, control click them both, control G to group them. Okay, then we go in here, we label them just so you don't remember. Detail, tones, right? I don't know if you can hear the kettle. Detail tones. Now all you're gonna do is put a layer mask here just because we might need to use it later on. I'll show you why. You click tones, you click brush, and then I like to use the mixer brush. You can use a normal one, but we're gonna use the mixer one for today, okay? And then all you're gonna do is you're gonna stop this, and that's it, okay? That's the layer, that's the action done. All you're gonna do now, we're gonna delete this just to check that it worked. We're gonna go all the way up past all that. This one says frequency separation, we click play. Then it's gonna show you exactly what we just did, okay? One more step I want you to do just before we carry on is go down here to where it says Gaussian blur, okay? Click this little box in line with it. That's all. Now all that does is it allows you to set that every time. So if you click the box, it will stop there. So what we're going to do now is we click play, and then it's going to stop on the Gaussian blur thing. Then you can set this every time. Okay, so it's not too important. You can just always use the same one, but it allows you to adjust it. So we go enter. Now, once we're in here, we're going to work on the image, but what I want to just show you is what to do. You can do this with a normal brush or a mixer brush or even these tools, okay? What you want to do is fix most of the stuff on tones and then go to detail right at the end of the video. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'll show you what they all can do, okay? You can take the normal healing brush like you would for normal skin stuff. If you click on stuff, it will start to fix it, okay? The patch tool works quite well if you want to fix a whole area by itself, like that. Yeah, you see that? But the best way to do it is mixer brush. You can use this brush. Let me just show you this brush. I'm going to move my keyboard out the way and just use the tablet for this. Okay, I want to also show you what I've been using to edit. How did I even do that? I'm going to finish this and then I'm going to film a clip and show you what I'm editing on. But for now, just I'm drawing on the screen. Okay, so what you want to do, we'll take a normal brush, and then what you want to do is hold Alt and sample a color near the color you're working on, and then you can literally just, with a soft brush, I have very low opacity and very low flow, and then I'm also using pressure for my brush, and that will allow me to paint out a lot of defects. The problem with this brush is you're going to have to sample quite often because the skin tone is going from light to dark, and you don't want to struggle with that. So the reason I use the mixer brush, let me just undo all of this. The mixer brush is very nice for just going at it. You don't have to like alt the whole time. So I keep this wet at 45, load 75, 85, and then the flow is the only one that's really important. It's how strong you want the brush strokes to be. So I leave it on 9 to 15-ish, depends on what I'm working on. So what you want to do is just think about it as the mixer brush like a wet paintbrush, and whatever you go over is going to blend. So if there's a little mark like this, because there's so little of it, if I keep going over it, it's going to join this color with that color, okay? Oh, and then other thing, turn this layer off. So this on your mixer brush usually on. Now this will keep picking up color all the time. It's going to keep changing. I turn it off, so every time I push the pen down, it's sampling a new color. So when I let go, it drops the color new color. That way you can kind of like swipe, let go, swipe, let go, swipe, let go, instead of it having to sample every time. Okay, if you want to look more into the mixer brush, I can do a video on it, but for now we just do the settings I'm on. Okay, now all you're going to do is you're going to start next to it and you're going to brush over it, so you'll see that that line is going to disappear. And then what we're going to do is just follow the tones of her face, like the curves of her face, and just try and smooth out things. Okay, and then when you get quite close, you can see what it will do to this spot over here. As you work over it, it will just start fading off, and especially if you're using a very soft brush with soft flow, you kind of have to go over it multiple times for it to change. You don't want it to be too strong, so you want to rather work the image a while than have rushed spots. Okay, and then because we're on frequent separation, we can kind of work over this area without it affecting all the lines on the face. If we want to fix that, we got to go onto the detail layer. Okay, so we're going to go over it like this. Okay, I'm going to speed this up just so you can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to try and clean up most of her face with this technique. Other nice thing is you see here where her hair is, the little fine hairs. You can kind of correct the tones underneath the hairs without worrying about affecting the hairs, because it sees it as detail. It won't affect it. Okay, so I want to show you what's happened now. So I did this really quickly, usually going to take more time, but if I just hide the group here, you'd see what's changed with it. It took like 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Okay, I do suggest getting a Wacom tablet, even a really cheap one. I have a really cheap one. Ooh. I have a really cheap one, which is full of dust, but this small little Intuos thing, it works like a bomb. I've just been playing with this drawing tablet for a bit because I bought it from Outdoor Photo, and I'm going to do a video on it about retouching straight on the screen. I come from a drawing background, so I really enjoy actually touching it, and it's nice to work on, and it's like having a second display. So when I'm away, I can work on this instead of having like my keyboard and my laptop everywhere. So video about that coming soon. But anyway, so you can see what's happened here. It's kind of like smoothed out things. It's good for like if a person has a blotchy skin tone, you can kind of work it off without worry about messing up the colors and stuff, because you are sampling the actual color and just working with it. So it's really nice for stuff like that. And then we're going to go into the detail layer now, and then we're going to clean up some little dots. Not that there's a big issue with her. You can see most of the stuff gets fixed up by just with a mixer brush. So I'll actually show you here. See on her nose where this is like a nice tone, and then it's a little red there. So if we don't go over this highlight, we just go over the edge here like this. As long as we pick up and touch down on the spot where the color isn't, it will go away. Okay, and then the highlight and the dark. And then the biggest rule with using a mixer brush for this is if there's a highlight, so this highlight, don't go from the dark over the highlight. So if you go from this, let's go from this over the highlight, it's going to darken that highlight, see, because it picked up the dark color first. Okay, what you want to do is just stay in the highlight all the time, unless you're trying to blend the two, then go from one to the other softly. Okay, and then if you want to fix these little marks, you go into the detail layer. You can use any of those other skin cleaning things, but I use the stamp tool, and then I use a hard brush. Okay, and I leave these 100. Okay, then all you're going to do is you're going to alt click near an area where there it is. So say these dots here, we're going to just click near it, so we still have skin tone. We don't want to erase it off. We want to just replace it with more flattering skin tone. We don't want to remove the detail. We just want to replace it with a little bit more flattering detail. So okay, so what you can see there, I'm just going to turn it off and on. You can see what it's done, and that took it took 5 minutes maybe, with me explaining maybe a bit more. But anyway, that's how you use frequency separation. You can use this on a lot of stuff. Backgrounds, you can use it on backdrop floors if you want to clean out creases and stuff. So if you can see here on the background, you see the blotchiness. That's because it was gray paper, but it had a little bit of it wasn't hanging perfect. So all we can do is go to tones, There's a better way to do this where you take her out first, but we're just going to show you. Got your tones, mix a brush, and then as long as we click on the light color first, we can kind of smooth everything out so it starts becoming one mushy color. That makes sense. It will even work over this very dark patch. As long as you start on the light color, it will fade, and because we're very subtle, you won't overly change it too quick. Like if you put this flow on 100, watch. See how quick it changed? You don't want that. You want to be able to rely on being able to work the image slowly. Anyway, that's that. I'm going to flip the camera around just to show you what I've been editing on, but that's the video. Thanks for watching, and then I'm going to do a little outro now. This is what I've been editing on. I could probably do this in a bigger screen, but anyway, this is what I've been editing on. It's basically a drawing tablet, use a pen, and that's why I moved my icons aside, because I'm left-handed. So I touch this side of the screen for my actions, and then I work here. I don't want to block all these actions with this side. So I'm click there, and then I have my like if I do a curve, it's this side, so I can still see what I'm doing. And then I have shortcuts on the side here, which is like zoom and brush size and stuff I can't just change here. And yeah, it works really well. So I'll do a video on this real soon, but yeah, thanks for watching. Okay, so that's the video, guys. I hope it was insightful. I hope you learned something. This is something that's been done for years. I didn't create it. I just learned it like everyone else. If you have a problem with it, drop it in the comments, but I have tried to explain it as best I can. If you have any further questions, let me know. If you're using this in your images, please tag me in them. I love to see what you guys are doing. Some of you are already tagging me, and I really appreciate seeing your work, and it's really cool to see. So please tag me in it. And then if you do find this helpful, please share this video on your Facebook, or share it on your Instagram, or share it with a friend. And then remember to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below, because I love interacting with you guys. Also, thanks so much for all the support. We have finally hit 2,000 subscribers, and I think it was Wednesday, like 3 or 4 days ago, we finally got monetized. So now you'll see there's adverts on my videos, which is great. So now I can actually get money back from it. So however many ads you guys watch and how many videos you guys watch, that all comes down to somehow making me money. It's very little right now. I think I've made like $3, which is not amazing, but it's gonna grow, and I really appreciate the support from you guys. So please watch the videos, please subscribe, please comment, all those fun things, because it really helps the channel. And maybe eventually I can make enough money from YouTube where I don't have to go and deal with annoying clients. Obviously I have really fun clients too, but annoying clients, and I can just do all the work I want to do and go do photo shoots I want to do, and that'll be great. So please keep it coming. I really appreciate all of you people, and see you on the next video. Peace.